Welcome to part 1 of a 3-day adventure down the Oregon coast. We decided to take advantage of some sunny January weather in our 3-day MLK weekend to drive all the way down to Northern California. To get all the way down to Northern California and back on a 3-day weekend, we needed to leave on Friday evening when traffic slowed down. We made it all the way down the I-5 corridor in the dark and then all the way down the seaside in the first day. After about a 4-hour drive, we finally arrived in Seaside, Oregon. We were staying in an oceanfront inn just because it was convenient and it wasn't too expensive. It was an okay location, but we did run into one issue with our room. They had left the fireplace in the room on, probably assuming we had arrived much earlier in the evening. That means by the time we got into our room, it was scorching hot, and we had to go break out the fan and open the window to be able to sleep. We got up not long after sunrise to make sure we took advantage of all the daylight available to us. Our hotel was right next to the beach and the promenade, so we decided to walk over to get breakfast. This is a very touristy town, and they even have a little sign here marking the end of the Lewis and Clark Historic National Trail. Just down the block from there, we decided to get breakfast in the Beach Day Cafe. We got a coffee, a smoothie, and a couple of scones, and were completely disappointed in everything. It did give us enough energy to get going for the day though, so we walked back to the hotel and jumped in the car. Our route on our first full day in Oregon would take us all the way from Seaside down to Bandon, Oregon. We wouldn't be able to make all the stops we would want to see on the way down, but we would hit some on the way back up on the way home as well. Our first stop, just about 20 minutes down the road from Seaside, was Cannon Beach. During the summertime, it's impossible to find parking here, and the crowds are enormous, but at this time of year, even though it was a sunny day, it wasn't hard to find parking in town, and the beach was pretty empty compared to the summertime. We wandered around, took in the views, watched some people playing fetch with their dogs, and then headed back to the car. After our stop in Cannon Beach, we took advantage of a few of the many viewpoints along the way. We arrived in Tillamook just in time for lunch. Because it wasn't the peak season, we could have gone to the Tillamook Creamery for lunch and it wouldn't have been too crowded. We weren't big fans of the Tillamook Creamery food though because it was really greasy and fatty. We decided to go to the Pelican Bay Brewery instead as we had been there before and really enjoyed the food. South of Tillamook on Highway 101 is the Sand Lake Road turnoff. This stretch of 101 goes inland a bit, so we decided to take the Sand Lake Road turnoff, which then goes through Pacific City. After a short stint through some farmland, you get back out to the ocean on the Sand Lake Road. Just before joining back up to the 101, you get to Pacific City on your way out. There was a little bit of traffic getting into town, however we weren't expecting it to be as crowded as it was because every place else had been pretty empty. This beach parking lot was crammed full, so we decided we'd just keep on going down 101. After a beautiful day of driving down 101 on the coast of Oregon, we decided we wanted to see if we could get some sunset photos. We saw a sign for a park, so we decided we'd pull off and see what it looked like for sunset. It was a really pretty place to stop, but we decided that the sun wasn't low enough yet and that we had time to get further down the road and try and find a different spot. About 20 minutes before sunset, we found this viewpoint spot that was absolutely gorgeous. We got out of the car, broke out our drone, and took some video and photos, and then walked down to the beach and took some more photos there. after a positively stunning sunset on this beach, we got in the car and headed back down the road, expecting to drive most of the way in the dark. However, getting back up on the hills on the way out, we got some more sunset views driving down 101. Less than half an hour after dark, the temperature cooled down enough that fog settled in. In some places like this bridge, the fog was really thick, but in other places it was not too bad. A little before 8 p.m., we rolled into Bandon and stopped at our hotel, the Inn at Old Town. Bandon's a pretty small town, so there wasn't much open when we arrived. The good thing, though, is right across the street from the inn is Bandon Brewing, and we were able to get some pizzas and drinks there while the Seahawks game was on. We weren't particularly enthused about the pizza, but it tasted okay. We just never ate the leftovers the next day. In part 2 of our trip, we'll take a day to drive down to the Redwoods in Northern California, and then drive back to Seattle along the Oregon coast and stop by some more Oregon towns.